Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and I've got a load of goodies from Lambda Defence for the GHM9. Now, just full transparency, I was a bit cheeky with this. I sent them, when I'd done the videos on the GHM9, I just sent them over to the Facebook page, not asking for anything, and just go, guys, I've done some videos, let me know what you think. Got chatting with Lambda, and we were just, chin wagging, talking about various different things, and then he offered to send me a load of accessories. So I was like, yep, sure, I'll do some videos if you want to send them. So these 3 items have come to me free of charge. I haven't paid any money for them, but on the flip side of that, there's no agreement. I haven't got to say nice things. These are just supplied to me for video purposes, and I can tell you exactly what I want about them. So we've got a couple of things. So in the first video, which is the one we're going to be looking at today, is the standard kit. So the other 2 boxes were labelled up as Lambda Defence. This one's labelled up as TWI, which I think they're just the Lambda Defence is the brand under that brand, or I'm not too sure. Perhaps they can clear it up for me, but this is the standard kit for the GHM9. This is what we're going to fit today. So here we have my GHM9. I have been fooling around with a couple of different recall springs. Nothing I can get off the shelf that's a direct fit, but when I have a bit more information on that for you, I'll let you guys know. So with the standard kit, we open this up. This is a front end replacement for the standard front end that comes out of the box. So we've got 2 items here, and we've got a lovely metal M-lock front handguard here. So this one's polymer. I think the barrel's polymer as well. We've got a lovely metal handguard here. It looks very nice, very matte black finish on there. No markings as per se, but we've got the same type of setup as the stand or the out of the box rail, just a little bit longer and made of a stronger material. So we've got a barrel here as well, and as you can see, this looks a hell of a lot better. Metal barrel, as compared to the plastic one. We've got a much nicer thread. There's only so much you can do with plastic with mouldings, and then we've also got a tri-lug here. So those with tri-lug suppressors, we've got that fitment on there. So we're going to get to fitting this. I presume it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to be this is the first time I've seen this stuff as well, so we'll do it together and we'll see how we get on. So I'm just going to grab some Allen keys and we'll get started. So let's get started on this thing here. I believe it was a 2.5. Yeah, there we go. So we have a countersunk screw on the top here and one on the bottom. I believe this is a very straightforward fit. So the shorter one goes on the bottom, and then I think we've got another Allen key or another grub screw that sits in one of these holes. Let's see here. There might be one in both, so let's have a go. Switch to a 2mm. That threads down. We'll turn that out a couple of turns. The bottom one as well. Yep. Couple of turns, and then we can pull the barrel out. Let's make sure that's pulled out enough. There we go. This is a plastic barrel, very much the same construction. You've just got 2 bits here. The bottom one, as you can see there, when it's tightened up, it's just pinched in. Don't know if you'll see that, it's just pinched in the plastic, so we'll be able to avoid that with the metal barrel. This is a good opportunity if you wanted to get a bit more power out of it to fit a longer inner barrel as well. But we then take our new barrel. I believe we can just fit this in. We might have to take it apart. I'm hoping not. So we are clear.
Eventually.
Okay, just had a bit of perseverance. Barrel is in. Tried a few different things, and it actually looks like, so it's just the corners here. So you've got the flat edges. Obviously, this is the plastic one. So these sharp corners here, I just put an extra bit of roundness on them with the file, and after I did that, it literally plopped straight in. So that would be, if yours is a bit tight, like I say, I'd rather it be tight than it be loose. It's going to be secured with those 2 grub screws anyway, so there's not really any need to have it so tight. Let me see if I can pull it out. It did go in fairly easy. Oh, there we go. So you'll see I just rounded off those corners just a little bit. It just seemed like the corners were touching the sides and getting stuck. So what we'll do, we'll pop this barrel block back in. We will pop a couple of screws in, just to hold it in place. So it's not going to drop out. So you could very much do this without taking the gun apart. Just me not having any instructions, you know, use this guide as a don't do it this way, do it this way type thing. So 2mm Allen key, we're going to nip this back up. So we've got 2 grub screws, one underneath, nice and snug, one on top, nice and snug. I'm going to quickly pop the rest of these countersunk screws back in. So if you get stuck, just those little flat edges on the barrel, it's not much. You're literally just removing the coating and maybe the tiniest bit of the metal. Not end of the world in my opinion. I think a lot of people might not agree with this, but to me, I think that as a bit as a positive, because I'd rather have it a tight fit than you get, and I've had it with a lot of parts, you get it, you put it in, it's so sloppy and everything that you can't then manage to fix it because the QC is bad. I'd rather it be tight than loose, so I'm happy with that. It only took a couple of minutes just to have a play around with it. And if you're watching this guide and you haven't fitted yours yet, then, well, there you go. You haven't got to worry about it now. You know exactly how to do it. So we're going to put these pins back in, because I was going to strip the whole thing down, but I didn't in the end. So we can reassemble this. We've got the bolt, slide that in, line it up with the hole, put the charging handle in. What side do you prefer your charging handle? Let me know down in the comments below. Recoil springs, let's pop those into place. One thing, Lambda, if you're watching, that will be something that I do as an upgrade part. If you do that as an upgrade part, I will buy it. Some beefier recoil springs, maybe a nice housing to sit them in, you know, very upgrade part-esque. There you're going to go in. It's very hard to do this and film at the same time. I'll do my best as always. So we've got our thing in. We didn't need to take the whole gun apart. We just needed to alleviate some pressure from the barrel. We have our lovely longer metal M-lock handguard, and the fitment is very good. Ooh. One shorter screw on the bottom, longer screw on the top. Oh, that's looking good already. Secure those 2 screws. Better fitment than the plastic handguard. The plastic handguard does wobble from side to side. Now this, when it's snug down, doesn't. So this, there's a bit of space in between the receiver and this, and you can do that a little bit. This is going absolutely nowhere. So even if you just want a solid handguard, I mean, oh yeah, now we're talking. You know, for those that want to use it as sort of like a pistol secondary type thing, you might prefer the short handguard, but you know, even just that tiny bit, I would say this is a superb little addition. We've got our 14mm counterclockwise thread. We can put flash hiders on there if we want to. It's a very nice thread on there as well. That's one thing about airsoft manufactured threads. They're always a bit hit and miss, but that is very nice. A nice CGS suppressor on there if you want to run it suppressed. Very cool indeed. What else do we have that we can chuck on there? Suppressor. Beep, beep, beep. Flash hider. I think this is off the Noveski. You know, your possibilities are endless. Or if you've got a tri-lug, not many companies do a tri-lug. In fact, dun dun dun. What did I do with that suppressor from the MP5K? I know I bought one, but what did I do with it? Where did it go? Honestly, there's so many parts. I just don't know what I do with them. Let me have a look for that suppressor. Oh, if this goes, remember this, what we bought for the MP5K? Oh, please fit, please fit, please fit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. Which way? Oh, yeah, so your tri-lug stuff's going to go straight on there. It's a bit thin. I didn't really like the Rider, the 5KU Rider suppressor for that reason. It's just a bit too thin. It needs to be bulkier. It needs to be. They need to do a short one, which is fatter. But the fitment on there on the tri-lug, so oh yeah, they've done such a good job. To be honest, the fitment of this suppressor is better on this than it is on the gun that it's intended for. So that is the standard kit for your GHM9 by Lambda Defence. Very, very cool indeed. I love this thing. The more I play with it, the more it's becoming one of my personal favourites. Lovely long handguard here. Let's get some close-up shots for you. M-lock slots, longer rail on the top and the bottom. Especially, you know, this is great, but maybe if you want to put a foregrip on there, there's not a massive amount of real estate, so you've got a bit more real estate there. You can get the grip a little bit more forward, especially those with chunky hands like me. So if I was right here, I'd struggle a little bit. Now I can space it a little bit more forward. You know, a bit of foreshadowing there of things to come. Very cool. You know, yes, we had a bit of a fitment issue getting the barrel in. Now, if you were fitting this kit, I alleviated such little pressure, such little material from that barrel that I think if you're fitting this kit and you go, right, this is the way I'm going to run it, this is going on, it's never coming back off. If you'd have put that on there and just tapped it lightly with maybe like a little piece of wood and a hammer, that it would have gone home and you'd have secured it and it would have been the tightest fitting barrel ever. So we have the adjustability to drop in a longer inner barrel now if we want to increase the power, put a nice tight bore in it. Honestly, this is becoming one of those Lego guns which is just so much fun to work on. So this is the standard kit. You get the longer handguard, all the real estate there that comes with it. You not only get 14mm counterclockwise, standard airsoft thread, you also get tri-lug. So if you want to put your MP5 accessories on there, you can do. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this has helped you install it if you come across the same issue like I have. We've got more GHM9 goodies coming up in the following videos, so stay tuned for that if you haven't already. Like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, from me and Bench, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.